Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So as requested, I'm going to be doing a reading for August 2025. So we're going to be taking a look into some potential predictions and guidance, and if, as always, if there is something to look out for, if it seems negative, I will of course give some hopefully helpful advice as to how to deal with those energies. We're still in a Mercury retrograde until I think it's August 11th or something. Just in case some of you guys were not aware, it does affect quite a bit of the energies. So yeah, just be on the lookout. Thank you so much for those of you who signed up for my Tarot 101 course. It's a virtual 5-week course starting in August 9th or 10th. And I will be emailing you guys soon. But for the rest of you, if you want to join that class, the link is below. It's, I think, the last week to sign up. So this is the Gateway to the Liminal Spirits deck that I'm just going to be drawing this one face card for you guys and telling you the meaning. And we have the crystal options as well. Just go with your gut, whichever section you are drawn to the most, whether it's the option up here or the card itself, okay? So I'm going to show you the crystal selections at least. So the first group 1 is the green-purple fluorite. Please only watch if it calls to you, as always. Group number 2 is carnelian bracelet. Group number 3 is orange calcite. Group number 4 is hematite bracelet. And I completely forgot to say that, yeah, group number 1 is also the fish card. Group number 2 is salamander. Group number 3 is oak. Group number 4 is birch. Okay, so take as much time as you need. You can pause if you would like. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the green, purple, fluorite, and the fish card from the Gateway to the Liminal Spirits deck. So before I get into the actual reading, here is your card. I mean, I don't want to maybe read the entire thing, but some things that I took from your message was right over here. That this card has to do with the unconscious or dreaming self swimming beneath our active minds, and it says tiny revelations can be found in bubbles that rise to the surface. So one advice I'll say for you guys for August, as it says here, now may not be the time to go against the flow. You'll waste time and energy. Instead, utilize the power of the tides to aid you in what you need to accomplish. So in terms of the energy flow for you in August, there could be some things that are gonna maybe seem that they're going against you. So be on the lookout for energies that are kind of clashing with you, whether it's in your environment or people or opinions, or I guess like even yourself at times. And so the advice here from Spirit, I feel, is again to, as always, go with that flow and really relax your energy so that you can feel the flow of the path in front of you, as well as obviously your intuition. There could be some significant dreams as well. I feel like dreams is usually a big message for a lot of people. But for you guys in particular for this month, you may want to check out what your dreams are telling you. I think I have some pick of cards for that as well, but make sure to, at least to try to write down your dreams, because it could really be useful. Spirit, this reading is for group 1. Please and thank you, green, purple, fluorite, fish group. Can you let us know what is your starting message for them? Spirit, moving forward into just the next month of August 2025, what energies are coming towards them, and what is the first message? Thank you. Group 1. So this is funny. You actually have the fish here. So you have the Page of Cups. So to me, this, at least from how I'm seeing it right here, this looks like a very nice, playful, kind of childlike energy, lots of imagination, creativity coming through. Definitely go with the flow energy there. You can even see the water in the background. And just the creative flow of this card is going to be really great for those of you who are creative people. Maybe you have an actual project that you're working on, whether it's something with writing, art, or in any of the creative fields, or something with like a business, something where you're being a visionary, or like you are a visionary. So that is something that they're pointing out is going to be really good for you this month. Spirit, or rather next month, I'm posting this in the last day of July. Spirit, moving forward into August only, August 2025, what energies are coming towards group 1 in the area of self? How will they be doing? Moving on from something here, this is something that your soul is doing. You may not necessarily be making a conscious decision to do this, but you are going to be walking away from something in the near future. No longer than 3 weeks, so definitely before the end of August. Everyone, since it's a general reading, it's all across the board, all kinds of different things, but your soul is moving on from this thing. So this could happen to you in a really subtle manner. Again, you may not even realize that you're making this decision. It's almost as if the decision is being made for you, but it's happening just automatically. I kind of got the feeling of airiness and floating. So yeah, in whatever way it resonates, that I feel is going to happen before the end of the month. Spirit, what else? So yeah, moving on from something that doesn't serve you, just moving on from something that needed to come to an end. There was a sense of closure and completion, and just it's done. It's just done. And we do have confirmation of that here with the Death card, okay? So to me, it feels like this is the sort of, they kind of said it like the dying of the light, the dying of the night or something like that. And I am seeing the Death card in this particular case. It does look to me like a sunrise. So the Death card, the ending of a cycle leading to a rebirth, really wonderful energy here. So there could be yet another spiritual awakening for you guys. I'm assuming it's not your first one. I feel like this is one of many, especially this year. So we have the Nine of Swords. There could be something though, and I would warn you about this just because it could be really intense. There could be something that is going to frighten you to have to face. Okay, so you may want to immediately ask your guides in advance to help you with courage and bravery and feeling light in those moments of darkness. There is something here that I feel has been weighing you down or holding you back for a long time. And now, because of this release and this moving on, moving forward, you are ready. I feel you are ready to face this. Your soul, your mind, everything is ready to face this thing. And, don't worry, because what happens after you face this thing is like light tenfold, So it's absolutely worth it to face whatever this is. It could be, some shadow within yourself, some darkness within yourself, some fear that you've had, like I said. Yes, 100% it's going to be worth it. I know it's hard work. I know it's very uncomfortable. Pretty much we are wired to want to run away from these types of things because it does not feel good. It's the fear response. But if you can push through that, again, with that courage and strength, hopefully from your guides, you will overcome this. Okay, so what else, please? So we have the Moon card, which does show a level of curiosity and reflecting on whatever the thing was that you were afraid of. So you are facing this thing. They almost kind of say like interacting with it, and you're asking it questions. You're exploring a little bit. And anything else about self? You will be moving on from it. It's going to be hard at first. So this is probably within, I'm assuming, well, actually it could be different for everyone, but this could be like towards the end of the month then, but it's going to be a little bit tough at first, but look how much easier it gets. We go from the 9 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. So at first it feels like this battle energy and it's just very tiring and exhausting, but you overcome it really, really quickly. So even within a matter of like a couple days or something like that, you overcome it and you just start moving. And so I'm guessing that your following month will be even easier for you. So this is really, really good news. Any final messages for self and how they'll be doing this month or next month? I think overall it's going to be a positive energy. I don't think that it's only going to be this particular thing you're focusing on or like that particular struggle. I think that it is going to continue with the same energy that we started with the Page of Cups. Again, really make sure to go with the flow here. Even be playful and spontaneous and passionate when it calls for it. Like, allow yourself to be. You don't have to hold yourself back. That is the main advice of this month for self. Or I keep saying this month because usually I post it late. Okay, so let's take a look at your connections. This could be obviously any kind of connection, love, friendship, family, spirit now, and moving forward into next month, only August 2025. What energies are coming towards them in connections of any kind? They did say there's going to be some obvious healing and balancing, or the need for healing and balancing when it comes to your connections. So this might propel you to look at your significant connections in the month of August, because some of you might have imbalances within some of your connections. So what does it mean is that it could be too much or too little. So let's say that you can immediately think of someone where, especially if their energy is negative or heavy, and it seems like you're always spending time giving them advice or talking to them and listening to them. That would be an example of this, where they're asking you to be on the lookout to balance that. The opposite would be if you know you want to spend more time with a loved one and it just hasn't happened. In the month of August, you're going to be looking at that and working to balance that. Spirit, is there any specific person of significance here that we need to know about for August? That something is going to come through. Page of Cups again. 6 of Wands. What's the message here? What's happening here? It does look like there is some success here with a particular connection that for some of you was like a budding connection, meaning it just started and it was in its potential. And others of you, it kind of looks like there is something growing within the psychic energy, the unconscious energy that is ultimately going to be successful, but only for August. What's popping up in the 3D, please, with connections? I'm still getting the same message, and I don't ever, force it to fit the topic, because here in the 9 of Pentacles, you're actually still in your own sort of bubble. You're standing here by yourself, but there is this bird here. Here we have the fish. So to me, it kind of looks like little glimpses of a connection that's coming through. So I'm sorry to say that it's not in August, because I'm trying to stay on topic, but I do feel that September, up until September 9th-ish, you might be having a connection coming through. Some of you, it's going to be completely new. Others of you, again, it was someone that you knew of or maybe even met once or twice, but it never got to really sprout into anything. I do feel like generally this is going to be a successful connection, a positive one. Others of you might kind of feel like you want to decide what to do, though. So of course that's up to you. Just follow what feels right to you. With the 2 of Pentacles, I mean, I'm assuming there's any number of reasons why you have to choose and make a decision at all, because there could be some circumstances that relate to, you know what I mean? Like there might be a reason that you're hesitant about this connection. So a lot of you are going to be just taking it slow and just kind of exploring as you go along. Is there anything else besides this connection? What is happening for them in connections in August, please? Any other messages there? Okay, we have this Ace of Wands. What else? What's going on here? It does look like there is some type of energy we need to be aware of in the context of either work or social connections or gatherings, like groups or something like that. What do we need to know for this? What's the message? This is really interesting, and please take this as it resonates, but for some of you, there's some type of, okay, this is really split down the middle here. For some of you, there could be, and you'll know right away based on your situation now, someone in your vicinity has some type of hidden energy. Some of you, it's hidden anger and irritability. Others of you, it's hidden attraction. So again, I think it'll be obvious based off of the situation you're in and the person that kind of came to mind. A lot of you are intuitive. I mean, your card was the fish, like your unconscious energy is really strong. So I don't know exactly when this is going to pop through, but even as soon as August 2nd or maybe the first week-ish, you're going to be able to see this energy. There is one person here that is being identified. The letter O or the color orange could be of some significance in some way. Can you tell us a little bit more about what they need to know here? Well, number one thing is, if you need to, if it calls for it, please protect your energy at all times, especially from if it's anger, if it's like on a negative note, please protect your energy from that. Is there a reason why you're telling us this though? Like, why do they need to know about this? And I guess like not be warned, but just have a heads up about this, prepared. Okay. What's the purpose of this message, please? I think in many ways it's just to prepare you to say that something with the Nine of Cups is saying that they don't want this to affect you and your happiness and your path. So whether this is, I guess, like a compliment or, a warning, your guides are trying to say, be on the lookout, because there is going to be some distraction either way from this person potentially. Not to say if you let it, but like if it goes in that direction, because this is not fully developed yet. This is something where different things can happen depending on your energy, depending on what they want to do in their free will. So just be on the lookout. Don't let it affect you is what they're saying. Don't let it like knock you off guard. So here we're definitely, like I said, seeing some person here, Two of Cups. So if it is hidden anger or frustration or whatever, clearly this person needs to get something off their chest and to resolve it. I'm not saying that the anger or whatever is towards you. This could be just something that they have an issue with. Ultimately, the final thing I'm seeing here is that this person and you could come to some sort of a eye-to-eye conversation or even agreement, if that resonates. And then if it's the opposite, if this person has hidden like passion or attraction or some type of energy like that, and honestly, a lot of that, it could be reversed. Some of you, you might be the one as well, but it's like, I believe, shared energy, depending. I still feel that by the end of the month, I don't know when because everyone's different, by the end of the month, there will be this type of union-ish energy. Again, kind of like being drawn to each other at some point or another naturally. You won't have to do anything. You won't have to like push for this or whatever. This is just going to happen. And you have to probably just figure what you want to do with that. You might not want to do anything. I don't think it's the same as this person that we saw earlier, but you never know because it could be an overlapping message. But that is something they wanted to tell you about. Let me know how that resonates, Group 1. Any final messages for connections, and then we'll get a quick peek into career. So yeah, everything is just moving forward here with the Knight of Swords. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's definitely something. Again, I'm sorry it's not August, but they are saying something is definitely coming in. So I guess that's nice to know and be prepared for. A lot of you are going to be having some, increased activity or whatnot within this area in the following month, or September month. Is there any other final message of this happening? Well, I mean, this is something that was meant to come through. So regardless of anything, I still feel like it's going to come through in any case, because I feel that it was meant to for some reason or another. So whether it's like spiritual lesson or a soul friend, a soul tribe kind of a thing, or mutual help and support from this person, it was meant to come through. So let's do now the job/career or even finances, if that resonates. Let's see what we can get. Spirit, moving forward, now I'm moving forward into August only. What energies are coming towards Group 1 in career/finance or job or anything related? Job, finance, career. Oop. Okay, so only for some of you, obviously it really depends on the context here. Some of you are going to be wanting to change your situation. Here it just looks like you're coming into an awareness that you're ready to move on and forward in some way. Sorry, as I was saying, that a lot of you are going to really feel that you're ready for some type of change and expansion. Again, because of the different circumstances here, like this could be within your entire career field or a company or let's say a task or a project or something that you're working on. Ultimately, I think that this month it's going to end in a sense of making a decision, feeling good about where you are or where you're going, and there even could be some sort of an agreement. With the Tower card, I do feel like this is representing a big change and a big shift. So if it's not within you, if this is not internal, this could be a shift within what's going on. So whether it's, again, like with, like, for example, a company or the structure of your job of what's going on, with some type of financial issue. Here with the Five of Wands, it's kind of giving me the same vibe. It's almost like shaking up the foundation of what's going on. Something that was hidden before or blocked before is becoming awakened, or some, like, maybe just awakened or revealed or just shifted in some way, like I said. Anything else, please? What is going on here? It's like something in the foundation was hidden and just not revealed. So again, if this is like an environmental thing, this is not a you problem. This is like something going on within your circumstances. If you feel like this is within you, then yes, this could be something within your spirit that is awakening and really just coming to light, a realization here, especially with that Tower card. Anything else? What's coming towards them in their job, career, finance in August? So I'm really happy to see that it's going to have a positive outcome for you guys in just like as a whole in the month of August. I do think that here with the Ten of Cups, it is showing like shining on your future potential, or the decision that you currently are making in that month. So it is being supported by your guides and the universe. See, I'm pretty confident about that because it's like this consistent message and confirmation here with that Nine of Cups. You're happy with it, especially if you know where you're going or want to go. If you're not going anywhere, then you're still feeling good about where you currently are. So again, please take what resonates. Is there any final advice, though, for anything here? I think that a lot of you are being called to maybe, what do you call, like, I would say it's almost like take command or take control over some aspect of things in a way of having confidence within yourself, like not being afraid to walk your path and to speak your desires into the universe, or your, visions into existence, right? So obviously if it resonates with you, you might want to actually speak to a person if it matters, right? So like talking to someone about your status there, or like about your plans. If not someone at a job, then it could be someone in your life in general, your personal life. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really seeing anything else. I think that this is really just like a shock to the system where something is shifting rapidly and you're going right with it, and it has a positive ending. After that, it is going to take some steps to build, right? Because it does look like some sort of new beginning is happening, especially with expansion. Is there any other final advice that Group 1 needs to hear for August? Any major advice for them? So they keep telling you the same thing. You can see the fish one more time here. So that's why you got that card. It's the go with the flow card, but it's easier to hear that phrase, I think. It's sometimes difficult to actually put it into practice. So if you want to practice this, you can probably just work on some deep and relaxed breathing and meditating, and maybe visualizing and allowing yourself to go with the flow that you feel and that you trust. The reason why this is advice for you guys is because there could be some of you that actually restrain yourself, or I don't know if it's like block, but like you restrict yourself in some way when it comes to either following your intuition or going with the flow that you feel is right, because perhaps you're, I don't know, like maybe overthinking it, or you have certain expectations, and it really is this battle between, I guess, like logic and intuition. I mean, obviously everything is going to be up to you, but this is the advice. They're asking you to trust yourself and to trust your gut. Final advice for Group 1, please, in this August reading. So we have 9. Okay, So you see how the Knight of Cups is upside down? It really just did that on its own. So this is showing at least some of you might be going against your own feeling and own flow. Now, the reason could be is that there's other people influencing you. So the final advice, if it resonates, for some of you is you have to kind of extract yourself a little bit, detach for a moment, and basically get away from the influences of other people. Here you're by yourself. You're perfectly happy and content in your own little bubble. You're protected. You are guided and very prosperous. This is the exact energy that I'm seeing you take into the future. And this is because you're not being influenced by anything or anyone else, except maybe your higher self, right? In addition to your guides. So that's really wonderful advice. Just stand tall on your own for a moment spiritually. Just feel that energy. And this is what's going to help you to get the highest good outcome. So, yeah. So group 1, I hope that this resonated. You can please let me know below. If you want a personal reading, though, the info is below as well. And last chance is this week to sign up for my virtual Tarot 101 course. Everything, the links are below. So thank you guys so much. Again, I hope it was helpful. You can let me know. But otherwise, I hope you have a good month, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the carnelian and the salamander. So I'm just gonna let you know about this face card here. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but from just intuitively what I'm feeling for you guys is important in August is to perhaps take action, because they said here, the salamander says it's time to summon your courage and be bold. You've got this. They also mentioned if you are suffering a loss that you will recover, just to give yourself the time and space to heal. And they're asking you to find your inner fire. So what is that inner passion that you have? And it was not intentional that I had the carnelian as well. That just kind of ended up happening that way. But carnelian is actually the same thing as a stone for passion and having that type of fire within you. So could be worth thinking about for the month of August, just to kind of, focus on that or allow yourself to explore those realms. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, please and thank you. Carnelian Salamander group. Spirit, what is your starting message for their August 2025? Thank you. So this is really, really nice. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel when I see cards like this, it almost feels like an everything is going to be okay card. Like it's going to work out. You're going to have that stability. You're going to have that prosperity. Or if you're having some issues with family, work, or other people or whatever, I do feel like there will be some type of stability and security here. Something working out, something just generally coming into a solid balance. I'm feeling like a solid earthy energy here, okay? So that I feel is a good thing. Spirit, moving forward into just August 2025, what energies are coming towards him in self? So we have strength. The 5, actually this is exactly what the book mentioned. Wow. So it does show that there is strength despite this feeling of the 5 of Cups, which could be sadness, it could be loss, it could be, some type of grieving or something like that. But I do think that there will be more and more strength developing as you move forward, especially into August. It looks like this was very, very heavy for you guys, and there could still be a lot that you're working through emotionally and energetically, and that is important to do. I think generally the message here is that with the 3 of Wands, you can see that you are overcoming something. I think a lot of you might have to look at the emotions that you could still be holding on to that are the heaviest, because I am feeling with the red, and actually that is your face card as well. I don't know if some of you, this could be anger, or just some other type of strong and negative emotion associated with the event of, whatever it was that happened. I do think that you will overcome it, but I guess this is me being therapist-y here, but I just would recommend that you give yourself enough time to address your feelings, to actually feel what's really going on. Because if this is not addressed, what happens is it becomes a blockage in your energy, because unprocessed emotions, that's usually what happens, like if we push them down. So give yourself ample time, as the card did initially say, to heal. That is what I figured. Yeah, see, it becomes this heaviness, this burden, if it is not, I'll say, properly addressed. Not to say there's like a right and wrong, but honestly, in terms of energy, yeah, there's either energy flow or energy block in this case, and that is what, you might run the risk of. With the King of Wands, it does look like there could be a struggle to do this, though. With the King of Wands, sometimes that energy comes off as a little bit like stubborn. So be careful, like if you know in your honest truth that sometimes you have that issue, you might want to really look at this and say, well, is that the case? Like, am I being that way, or am I really allowing myself to, be in my heart chakra space right now and to process what's going on? This is going to be up to you. If you need any help, getting through it, then obviously please seek support in any way that you can, because I know obviously it's not easy, but we have Ace of Wands. I do feel that you guys and your energy are generally very fiery and powerful, so you can see how without the open flow and balance, that can go into something negative, perhaps, if it's like, let's say, a temperament issue, or like, again, like the tendency to feel angry. But I think that it is overall a passionate, fiery energy that you have within your soul. Okay. The Moon card shows now that it's a lot of doubt, and could be confusion and doubt and fears that are also being shown through like the moonlight, it's actually saying here. And it is going to lead you to a lot of self-discovery. So some of you, if you feel like that's a very scary thing to do, the advice could be to allow yourself to discover these things about you and your inner nature. I think it's a good thing, because I always feel like it's a good thing to explore ourselves and have introspection and reflection, because that leads to growth. That leads to spiritual growth and development, for sure. But obviously, like I said, it could be very scary to do that. The good news, though, Group 2, is that I do feel for most of you that there will be a significant healing in the month of August, regardless of anything else. I think that whether it's because you were actively working towards it, or just that, you were doing your thing and walking your path, I think that healing is coming to you. Because we saw the Strength card, and then all of this kind of was like dragging your energy down from perhaps past events. I don't know if you're still going through it, but the Temperance card is showing a great deal of peaceful healing in general. And wonderful confirmation here, 8 of Cups. You will be moving on from whatever was holding you back or dragging you down in the month of August. I don't know when, because everyone's different with their situation, but that is what I am seeing here. That was a lot of info for self. I think it was, really good to know. So with connections, this could be friends, family, work, anything. Let's see who or what comes up first. Spirit, moving forward into just August 2025, what energies are coming towards them in connections? Is there a specific person or event that is coming through with connections that they need to know about? What's going on with that card? I saw that before. I don't know. I always have like a weird thing about that card. It kind of is tricky to me. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the card. So, let's see. 7 of Swords, the Hierophant, Strength, 10 of Pentacles. Is there a message here? I don't even feel a message here at all. What is the message here? It kind of feels like, So Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. What's the outcome, please? Okay, so actually I feel like this is your energy, even though I'm looking into connections. That could be why I didn't feel any messages, because I feel like this is actually just you. So maybe some of you are going to be feeling this way where, I don't know if you're isolating yourselves or shielding your energy, hiding yourselves, hence the 7 of Swords. and still dealing with these thoughts and feelings that we looked at before. So what else is coming towards them? Is there any person we need to know about of significance, event? I'm not getting any messages about people this next month for you at all. Again, I'm not sure if you're doing that on purpose, where you're just like, let me stay out of it. Let me just stay away from people. The alternative message is with the Ten of Pentacles that everything is going to be fine. Like, it's kind of standard status quo. You're just going to be moving forward, doing your thing, and it's relatively stable. Like, it's looking pretty normal, honestly. Is there anything in particular they need to know about with people, a person? We have the Death card. We have the King of Cups. Okay, so one person is being identified here. What is the message with this person, please? So, as I saw before, I kind of feel like the King of Wands in this case could be you. You are facing this other person. You guys are not actually looking at each other, though. So I'm wondering what's going on here with you and this particular person. The Death card makes me feel like for some of you, maybe there is some message having to do with the past, you know, dealing with someone from the past in general, or some past issues, let's say, might have arisen again, which I wouldn't be surprised because we're still in a Mercury retrograde. Spirit, what's going to happen here, please? Or what do they need to know? Thank you. There will be communication, I feel. Hard to say exactly when, because on average it's going to really fluctuate here, but maybe around the 3rd week or so, that there will be communication with you and this person, and interaction in some way. So is there anything we need to know about it? This came for a reason, right? So what is the reason for this message? Thank you. It looks like there could be, for some of you, it could be that someone here kind of wants to work together on something and work something out, particularly a negative energy. So whatever negative energy either you, the person, or the situation was going through with that Devil card. Maybe something was stuck, maybe something was even like toxic, depending. Someone here does want to work it out and just at least alleviate the tension or the negativity in some way, and just, you know, come to a better solution, come to a closure and completion energy at the end of it, and come together in some type of friendship. So I don't know how that's going to resonate for you guys. You can't even see these. So yeah, I think that that is what the goal is. It's a little hard to say how it's going to end up because that's the intention. I'm just not sure if you're going to want it to go in that way. Okay. Any other final messages for this category with connections, please? Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Page of Cups. What's the advice, please? I do think a lot of you are going to be feeling hesitant to trust someone or even anything in the next month. And I think that the advice here is to try not to let fear, or I guess like paranoia, lead you, and instead try to follow the guidance specifically of your angels and of your higher self. And because the thing is, I feel like you're going to be receiving some type of sign in both of these cards. Actually, in all of them, it kind of looks like receiving, because here receiving coins, here receiving sound, here receiving the cup, and here same thing. There's like the cup and the fish. So there is some message here about receiving information or energy, and in this case I feel like it's positive energy. So I do feel you're meant to receive that. So maybe just be aware of this message, perhaps be open to it if you feel that fits with your intuition, because nobody can really tell you except you. I guess that's it for that. Pretty interesting. So the final one is career. So career, job, or related areas such as finance. Let's see how everything comes together. Okay. Spirit, now I'm moving forward only into August 2025. What energies, please, are coming towards group 2 in the area of career, job, finance? Thank you. Okay. I believe they're saying something about some form of a break from a conflicted, burdensome energy. It feels like there's a lot going on in your outer world, in your circumstances here. And I feel like they're just telling you that either you need a break from it or you need to kind of step away from it in order to get a little bit of clarity and lightness within your own energy, because it's just a lot. You might run the risk of getting sucked into it, so be very careful. You might need to immediately protect your energy, especially if right now you do feel, once you walk into that environment or when you start to think about it, that there's a heaviness. So moving forward now, what is the progression here? So ultimately, I do see you moving forward in some way and kind of moving out of the way. Yeah, that's kind of how they said it. The Chariot card is definitely moving out of the way of whatever nonsense is going on here. There is also some kind of a solution that's coming to you as well. A lot of this is happening in the background. It's being worked out in the 5D for a lot of you, because I am seeing growth, and really this is nothing that you could probably see at all, at least most of you. Again, something is being worked out in the background, and with the Hanged Man, it does feel a little bit like it's in limbo. So again, you may not see the results of it, but they are asking you as well to just kind of surrender and let this process move forward as it may. So what about the rest of, for August 2025, what energies are coming towards them in career, finance, job? Nothing much else, because it's kind of like it's almost like they're saying, hey, stay out of it. Like, just stay out of the nonsense or conflict or the struggle. And if you just kind of detach yourself for a second, you're going to be free of this. You just have to let us do our thing. So it's almost like they're stirring the pot or something, right? They're stirring it, and you just have to kind of stay out of that energy, I guess. And here you are kind of being removed from whatever was going on. There will be wish fulfillment for you, I feel, by the end of the month. It's hard to say if it's going to be a 3D kind of a gift, but they are indicating that by the end of the month, there will be some sort of fulfillment. This is really at the end of the month, could be even the last day or so of the month. We're seeing that you're happier, and you're not, they said something like you're not sweating, something like that. So I'm assuming there's going to be some anxiety relief, and a little bit of a broader perspective. So whatever was going on that was a lot, like frantic energy or conflicted energy, is going to come to an end, at least for you and your side of things, by the month's end. Is there anything else they need to know for this area? Yeah. So if it is more strictly financial, there should be more financial stability and security by the end of the month. I know how hard that is to believe, because, if we don't have enough, then obviously that can cause fear and panic and whatever else. But it does look like there will be something kind of swooping in by the end of the month to show you, like, hey, it's going to be okay. Just always be mindful of the energy you're creating, because sometimes it can block us, depending. Anything else? So if that's not strictly financial, it could be that there will be an offering of positive words, some type of positive news by the month's end for you with this area of life. Any final messages for this category? Hierophant and the Six of Cups. I think that was pretty much the messages there. They are asking you again to trust them and to let them do their thing pretty much. And I think the biggest message, though, is that there will be a reveal. And sorry to be suspenseful is kind of how they're saying it. But they're sincerely working on something that is just not going to be beneficial to you to know about yet. So this is really bringing to mind the word alignment. Things are aligning for you in your greatest good, in your highest good of you and even other people involved. So if it is your natural energy to be more fiery and wanting to take action, I can understand how difficult that is to kind of, I guess, put that aside for a minute, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's not much you can do in this situation. So yeah, let's see how it all unfolds. Spirit, any final messages of advice? What do they need to know for advice for August? Just have hope, honestly. You know, the Star card is really a beautiful, spiritual, high energy card. They're asking you to have hope and faith within yourself, within your path, even if you're not fully satisfied by something now, even if you're struggling emotionally. I feel like at the end, it's really going to be wonderful. Just like, not to sound corny, but I do feel like you have to believe this, because I feel like this was meant for you. Okay. And you will be able to see that. Hopefully before the end of the year, you will have this shift within the King of Swords energy, because you're shifting into some sort of mental clarity energy. I don't know exactly how that's happening or where it's coming from, but this will be something you're going to be able to perceive soon, and that will help the entire process move forward in that alignment. I mean, I guess that's it. So group 2, yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you for August. I do hope that this was helpful. Please let me know, you know, and hopefully it resonated. If you'd like a personal reading instead, the info is below. And this week is the last chance to sign up for my Tarot 101 class. It's an online course I'm going to be doing in August 9th and 10th. The links are below. So thank you so much. Sending you many blessings. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the orange calcite and oak card. So from the Gateway to the Liminal Spirits guidebook, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but one thing that stuck out to me is that oak is seen as a symbol of strength, honor, knowledge, divination, and longevity. They're saying here, stand your ground and be proud. What you are putting your energy and belief into is worthwhile and honorable. So it's really great encouragement. I mean, I'm noticing the acorn, and so I think that that's possibly, you know, what they're talking about here. There is a doorway or an opportunity right in front of you that you haven't discovered yet. Relax your mind and allow your vision to blur, and it will become apparent. That sounds like almost like very mysterious, just foreshadowing almost. Yeah, so I'm really drawn to say that there is like this either new idea or the seed of something being planted right now. And I mean, according to the topic, I'm thinking it's gonna sprout or bloom or whatnot in August, but that's what I'm seeing there. Now this kind of freaked me out a little bit, because there is apparently a storm, a really bad one in my area that's starting like now. And I heard the thunder, and it talks about lightning strikes. I was like, okay, that was kind of scary. So anyway, it says where am I? It says, so it's associated with a lot of deities, okay? And it says, perhaps it is because of these deities that the oak has a reputation for being prone to lightning strikes. And I was like, whoa. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Kind of freaks me out a little, because I heard it already in your guys' group. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, oak, orange calcite, please and thank you. Spirit, only in August 2025, please, what energies are coming towards our group 3s? Is there a starting message or getting right into self, please? All right, so we have the 6 of Wands, we have the 3 of Cups. Spirit, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? I'm feeling an incredible amount of resilience, regardless of some kind of internal struggle. The resilience is off the charts for you guys in August. So I do think that you are going to be successful with a personal goal in the following month. Something that really I feel was extremely hard for you for a long time, even your whole lives, that you'll be supported by your guides for sure, like they're going to be lifting you and supporting you. So we have the 6 of Swords, King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I am feeling that something is going to be clearing the way for you as you move forward, so that the obstacles will be taken care of. You know, they'll be cleared for you for whatever your sight was set on. What else is coming towards them in the area of self? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of peace. I think that this is a peace that you are creating, that you're working on, and also that you're being gifted, okay? The 10 of Cups here. So yeah, peace, harmony. They also said a higher vibration. So I don't know if you're cracking into your upper chakras or something like that, but there's a higher vibrational energy here. There will be a lot of self-harmony, self-peace, self-acceptance, and self-love, perhaps even inner child healing in August. So it's just such a victorious month for you when it comes to your psychological and spiritual development. Final messages, please. They did say, you have effectively, or you will effectively end a cycle that was extremely painful, which I already saw. It could have caused you a great deal of anxiety over a long period of time, even your whole life for some of you. And that is going to be coming to an end with the Moon card. Once you clear that, you're going to be asking yourself a lot of different questions of like what feels right and where you should go next. But don't worry about that. That is going to come to you naturally. You don't have to have all of the answers all at once, because it just happens. And we can see that here. You're going to continue with a good flow August into the following months. A good flow here, lots of open, flowing heart chakra energy, spiritual energy connecting you to the higher powers and the universal forces. So definitely a spiritual awakening, I feel, for you in the month of August. So when it comes to the connections, this could be any connection. We'll see. Okay, so Spirit moving forward into only August 2025. What energies are coming towards them in connections? Any person or event of significance that they need to know about? I don't know if maybe some of you feel that you had to kind of like delay your happiness, or that you were waiting on something or someone for a very long time. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. So it does look like there was or is some kind of blockage or stalling energy that you were dealing with. And with the sword here, the Knight of Swords, it does look like there's going to be possibly a breakthrough, but it's hard to guarantee, of course. What do we need to know? What is coming towards them in this area? So we have King of Wands. What's going on here? There's someone who is in the background a bit, kind of feeding a bit of energy into your reading, but not directly saying anything. They're just pointing it at you, which is probably not helpful, in terms of messages. So I'm seeing that this may extend. I mean, actually, it probably, yeah. I would say that it is going to extend beyond August. So I'm sorry, it's kind of going beyond that scope of the topic, but I'll get more messages. But this particular person is shooting some energy in your way, and it's positive. Regardless of what's going on and what it looks like in the situation, this person is shooting loving energy towards you, whether they know about this or not. For those of you, if it doesn't resonate that you want this energy, you can disregard. This is only for if you kind of like are open to receiving this loving energy. It could be any kind of connection though, okay? So someone from afar is giving you this energy in August, and I don't know if they're gonna actually say something to you in the 3D in the following months. They might actually, even before the end of the year, but I'm not sure quite yet. So 10 of Cups, everything is going to be okay for you in the end, whether it's about this person or a different connection. You're working really hard on creating harmony, especially with your connections. So it's going to work for you, but there's a few ups and downs that you're still dealing with. So can we have an additional message? What is happening with connections? Maybe not with this person, but what's going on for August only, please? Any other messages, connections? We have the Death card, 10 of Wands. So it's not giving us a message just yet. It's indicating here that things are still moving really slowly because there's a heaviness. I mean, if we're going to pinpoint the reason, it's because there's a burden. Someone is carrying a burden or experiencing a burden or blockage in some way, and that's why everything is like kind of brought to a halt here. That's another reason why we may not be able to get anything with timing, because it may depend on that alone, okay? So is there anything else that they need to know generally, advice-wise, for connections, people, significant happenings here in August in group 3? Alrighty, so this is only for some of you, because it's not much of a strong message I'm getting, but it's going to be noteworthy here. So we have the Devil and the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. For only some of you in August, please watch out for someone who is a bit selfish. So it could be someone or multiple people, or even like a whole group mentality, right? Someone here is only looking out for themselves and can really be pushy, like shamelessly pushy in terms of getting what they want. I'm not feeling a good energy from the vibe. It's more of a selfish energy than, I would say, an evil energy, right? So be careful. Just be aware. I'm not sure how you'd like to prepare for this. The advice I feel is to just, I mean, I always say protect your energy. I feel like that's a standard. But also, you may want to do some meditating on standing in your power. So solar plexus meditations could be helpful, standing your ground, maybe even root chakra, actually. And here with the Queen of Cups, this is like the face of this energy. So yes, it could be one person, like I said, it could be multiple people. This I'm seeing as like incredibly self-serving, you know? Some of you, if you know it's not one specific person, it could literally be a whole company, like the company you work for example, or something like that. But yeah, the Queen of Cups here is representing the face of this like self-serving energy, really like shallow and just not, it's kind of like airheady, honestly. Like just like not a deep thinker energy. I'm just getting someone who is very impulsive and just only cares about what they want in that moment, and they're willing to push anyone else out of the way with regard to that. So please prepare yourself if that resonates. Any other messages for this area, and then we'll move on to career or related. Okay, so we have the King of Cups and the Hierophant. I feel that it's going to be okay. Like I said, I think that you are going to be led by the divine and protected in many ways, that this won't even be a thing. Like this is really going to be unimportant to the future of your path. You're not going to have to worry about this. Other than that, I'm not getting much else. So when it comes to career, it could be career, job, or financial, depending on your situation. Let's see what we can, what we can get for you guys. Spirit, moving forward into August 2025, please. Group 3, what energies are coming towards them in career/job or finance? There goes the lightning again. Okay. So early on, I do feel like there will be some disruption. I'm not seeing it actually as anything life-changing, only because the 5 of Swords is here. The Tower does to me feel certainly like disruption, especially if something that was stagnant or still or even peaceful, depending on your situation. The 5 of Swords shows that there will be some nonsense, or potentially, it's not a guarantee, don't worry, because, you know, we don't want to create the energy. So yeah, there potentially could be some nonsense that you're dealing with. I feel that from whatever happens, it's a temporary thing. From whatever happens here, that there will be this protective energy that comes through in a way of giving you a message. So in the near future, whatever happens here, and almost like if it created a mess and like a bunch of like dust and whatever, coming from that is going to be a very interesting message from your guides, which I think obviously is like a positive message, and it's going to help to move you forward and away from this conflict energy of whatever's going on here. What else do we need to know? What energies are coming towards them in career, job, finance? Thank you. So the Ace of Pentacles confirms it for me. So it depends on what you want to do. This is fully your decision, group 3. But it is showing that with the Ace of Pentacles, you are going to be given, at least mentally, an opportunity to consider something. So Ace of Pentacles could be a new job, a new course of action, a new type of prosperity you can, I guess, like think about gaining or receiving. With the 10 of Swords, with the 10 here being an ending and the Ace being a new beginning, yeah, I think that matches where I do feel a sense of walking away in some regard, but more so just ending of the situation. Not even of a cycle, of just like the situation itself. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really getting strong messages in any direction other than this. I do feel a light coming from these two cards. These could be really personal spirit guides to you. Could be like even past loved ones or something. And they're shining that light. And really I'm getting like an energy that's smiling. They're trying to show you something. They're trying to provide you with something. And whatever was going on here is this is like one of the most cluttered and heavy and conflicted energies ever. And yet it's not even that important to your soul's path at all. So I'm not sure why this is going on. Maybe this is representing a clearing of your own chakras and energy and subconscious with the High Priestess, because it just feels like it's expelling itself from your system. I don't know if that resonates, but anything else, what's coming towards them in career, job, finance? So getting a little bit more into Ace, there will be more security and stability for sure. But again, I'm feeling that you have to either decide upon this, yes, take an action towards it in some way, but I think that it's more of allowing something to come through. So it's hard to say because everyone's situation is different. I couldn't help but notice a Page of Pentacles at the bottom. So is there advice for these two cards? What do they need to know for... The Wheel of Fortune is showing, again, the guidance, and I think that your spirit guides are trying to show you the way. They're trying to show you a way out. They're trying to show you a way forward. And maybe just work with them, because that's the strongest message that I'm seeing here. Definitely work with them. Yeah, because with the Three of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, this is now kind of showing me why there was a little bit of a hesitation. There is some type of anxious energy attached to either making a decision or making a change. So whatever is causing you this anxiety or this heaviness of your heart, you may have to really look at this honestly, because some of you, it's like it's almost like you can't even think about it because of whatever it's attached to. So for example, if there's something having to do with like a person you care about or a situation that you're truly afraid of facing or letting go of, like something has a high emotional attachment here, and that is why I'm seeing that some of you might be pulling back. But if you follow the guides, yes, it's going to take a leap of faith in some cases, but I am seeing that it's going to pay off. So any other final messages for this area? Yeah, I do feel like everything is going to be okay with the Star card. I mean, look at how much guidance you have in the sky, and you know how much peace and high vibrational energy is coming through here. This is the truth of your soul's path in so many ways, but obviously it could still be opening up little by little. You hear, there it is. You hear that? That's the thunder. That's pretty loud. Oh my God. Final message. That's pretty much all I'm getting here. The King of Swords just shows a need to clear your mind, a need to clear your energy. So in any way that you can do that, that is recommended. So whether it's meditating, you know, going out into nature, writing stuff down so that you can maybe just look at it and get it out of your head, pretty much would help. But that's all I'm seeing for now. This was confusing for me, so I don't know if this resonated. You can let me know. But is there any other final advice for August 2025? Just follow the signs. I mean, literally, I feel like the Hierophant is kind of making a signal here. So see what happens. Yeah, you might want to follow the signs that you're given and not doubt yourself. See this again? This is direction forward and just good energy flow forward like this. Okay, that's what I'm seeing there. So let us see. So group 3, I guess I will leave it there. That is what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that this was helpful. You can let me know below if you'd like to have a personal reading. Link is below, and it's the last week to sign up for my Tarot 101 online course. If you want to learn tarot from me, link is below for that. Thank you so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the hematite and birch card. So I'm going to get your message from the gateway to the liminal spirits. So I'm not going to read the entire thing, but when I was looking through this, what stuck out to me was cleansing. So the birch is associated with beginnings, flexibility, communication, and cleansing, finding its way into tools used to purify and prepare the way as the seasons change. I mean, you'll notice the obvious eyes, okay? I have seen that in person, like in real life, but there's so many of them, and to me it's a little bit spooky. So here it says, eyes are upon you. Be mindful of what you do and say, because for better or for worse, you're being observed. I mean, I don't know if that resonates with you guys, but for me, I kind of see it almost like as a gateway. Maybe this is a month for you to receive information psychically, perhaps. It's hard to say, but it's just like very powerful, to say the least. And the final thing I want to just mention from here is shed what is unnecessary so that you may begin again. You're treading on new and fresh ground, okay? So let's see how that ends up resonating with your month of August. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Please and thank you. Do you have a starting message? For group number 4. Okay. Group 3 also got this. You have the beautiful storm outside. It's very loud and cleansing. So that makes sense. Spirit, what is your starting message? Page of Wands. 10 of Swords, Spirit, for August. I feel like something that you've been waiting for is going to be showing itself in this month, okay? It's a little bit hard to say because everyone has a different thing that they, like a seed that they were waiting on or nourishing for a while. But I do feel like there will be activity, movement, or some kind of indication of growth this month. Spirit, moving forward into just August 2025, what energies are coming towards them in self? I do feel like there will be more strength, stability, joy that you're sharing in a general sense, and feeling when it comes to your path and moving forward on your path, moving higher on your path, feeling more secure in terms of, yeah, your confidence and your ability to create things. So that's really nice. What is this message? Some of you are contemplating something that you either regret doing or not doing, or a chance that you didn't take, or something missing. And you're going to be thinking about this in the month of August and saying, like, what do I really feel now? Or like, what do I still need to do now? What do I have to decide on, or something like that? Or it could be thinking about a past decision you already made, and maybe if you want to stick to it. Spirit, what else with that? Self, please. August. So 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. To me, this is double blockagey cards because of the body language. So yeah, I mean, it does look like there is something that either you're holding back or that you feel stuck in. It could be within yourself or your situation. Just generally an energy block. So what is going to happen here for August then? I do think that some of you are going to be learning to open this up or seeing an opportunity that will open this up in August. Okay, so anything else there? Yeah, there will be something that is going to become clear to you. You may not have to really do anything about it. I think that for August, the entirety of August, I think that it's going to be more so about understanding something and really having clarity as to what is actually going on. And then maybe your action month is the following month. But that's what I'm seeing just here. Any other final messages for self in August? What's happening here for them? I think it's almost like saying to work with yourself head on, like face some type of a problem or some type of a blockage thing head on, because a lot of you, maybe it has been on the bottom of your to-do list. It's been something you've been creating a distance from. Maybe there's been environmental stressors and conflicts that got in the way. But they're asking you to really get up close and personal with this energy, because I think that it's time for it to leave, actually. Yeah, it could also be something that is quite significant in terms of blocking your success with a particular area of your life. So it is good to be mindful of all these things. Our energy flow really affects everything, So that's why they're trying to tell you to just pay attention to that. Spirit, what about connections? What significant connections do we need to know about, or events for group number 4, hematite birch group? What do we need to know? What's coming towards them August with people, connections in general? Looking good so far. There's like a good amount of harmony, peace with perhaps like the people close to you. Could be family, coworkers, friends, depending on just like who you spend your time around. Now, some of you could be really contemplating something of pulling away a bit from either a specific thing that was happening or just a specific energy. Could be not a specific person exactly, but more so like the energy that you both were focusing on. Some of you are trying to understand and make a decision about that, where I don't know if maybe you just want to take a different course. It's not to say that something here with another person wasn't serving you. I just feel like you're really wanting to change course because you feel it's right for you. It's not because of a negative reason exactly. I mean, some of you it could be. Is there any advice for this part, please? For group 4. They just said think clearly, or think with that clarity, meaning it may take some time, to get to clarity. So I guess what I take from that is try not to make any decisions when you're in a heightened emotional state, only because, that type of energy can kind of cloud our thinking. So when you're feeling in your center and you're feeling pretty good in your center, this is when you're going to have the best and clearest answer for you. With the Magician card, I am seeing you take action and sort of like leadership over something, and having a strong stance as you move ahead. So there's like really good boundaries there as well. What do we need to know about specific connections or people for August for group 4? Thank you. Again, I'm not really seeing anything out of the ordinary with that. It just feels like things are going to continue. Okay, now we have the Tower over here. So what does that mean for this area of life? Okay, so now this could be a specific person. Let's take a look. Is that the case? Who is this and what's going on in August for group 4? Someone could be pushing in some way, unexpectedly. Okay, what is this, please? I don't even know what that means when they say pushing, but how is this impacting group 4? It said it again with pushing. You know what's weird about this? I kind of feel like this is not actually in your life. I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be knowing about this. So this is someone that you know that is, I kind of feel like a level of defiance here. Someone is kind of pushing back or against someone in August. if it's not directly in your life, you're observing that this is happening. So whether it's like through friend of friend or you're like seeing it online, I guess, there's something going on here. I don't know why you're so enthralled by it, because I'm assuming this is someone who's important to you, because this is not affecting you directly for a lot of you. So what's the advice here? Is there any advice, or why? Why are they receiving this? I think you were meant to observe this. I think that you are receiving some form of peace by understanding what's going on. So if this is someone you care about, maybe they're standing up for themselves. Maybe they are being truthful to themselves about something. Or maybe you're just seeing something unfold that you've been waiting on a resolution, you know, something like that. Is there anything else we need to know? Any energies coming towards them in connections this August? Other than that, I'm not really getting much else. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not really getting anything else. I think that just generally, there's going to be a lot of energy that is cycling out and settling and kind of just resting. Final advice for this category, please. I think that's it. They just want you to work together with people, work with yourself, work with your guides. This is cooperation. They want things to work out for you, and you can help that energy. You know, you can help to facilitate that. I guess it's up to you, you know, like, obviously you want to always go with the flow and your intuition, but also maybe what could be helpful is this month or next month to always ask yourself, how can we problem solve? Like, how can I figure out a resolution or a solution if there was some type of conflict, not in a way where you're forcing it, but just in a way where you're, again, trying to cooperate, if you will, with the energies. All right. So the final category is career/job or finances, depending on what resonates with your situation. Spirit for group number 4. Please and thank you. Moving forward into just August 2025, what energies are coming towards them in career, job, finance? Group 4. A lot of you will be receiving something that was long overdue. Could be that it was something of a bonus of your job. It could be that someone owed you money. It could be that, like, they kind of said the universe owed you money, but I don't think they mean the universe owed you money. It's more like just this was karmic energy almost, that it was something that was meant to come back around to you. So this could be happening, I guess, like in the first 2 or 3 weeks. It's really spread around here, but that is something that I'm seeing come towards you. Definitely like blessing or uplift energy here, gift opportunity energy as well. Let's see, that's good news. So this is really nice, because with the Lover's card, they said something like light is shining upon you or down upon you. 2 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Isn't this what you got before? Because my brain is like not working right now. I'm so distracted with the weather outside, and like it's hot in here because I had to turn the air off for the sound. So I'm like really out of it. But if you got this before, this is pretty much exactly saying the same thing. The 2 of Pentacles is showing like trying to decide on if you should let go of something. With the Lover's card here, this is the ultimate of positive energy I'm feeling. This is your angel, this is your guardian in the sky, and trying to show you the path that is in your highest good to take. I'm actually seeing rays of light coming down in both directions here, so perhaps, you know, this is the path of your highest good, because it's almost like a stream of light as a path looks, you know. What is the advice or the message or what's coming in August? So you might receive some higher knowledge in August with regard to career/finance. Again, we have this beautiful angel here and the 2 cups and the 2, I don't know, there's something about the number 2 going on here, and you have 2 pentacles. So maybe it is something you're deciding, like this path or this path, or feeling a greater deal of peace. So if it's peace, then that could also suggest that there's going to be more financial prosperity or opportunity coming through, which I did see initially. So what else is the advice or message? They did say the storm will pass, so that's nice. That'll probably happen kind of early on in August, because they did show that it was temporary. And yes, something is being worked out or worked on. So for that, it could be situation specific, like if something was going on at, like if it was at your job, like someone here is helping to work out a problem. So for example, it could be someone you work with, or like a boss energy, and someone's trying to really work on a solution to a problem. Okay, what else? Two of Swords. And obviously, if that doesn't resonate, it's just that generally the energies are being worked out and worked on. Now, there is a little bit of pushback here. This is going to be a back and forth energy for you, I think, in your own mind, where you have half the energy of the angels and that peaceful vibe coming through, but then it's almost like a tug of war. So with the Two of Swords and then the Five of Wands, something is coming back around and just like creating either a blockage or a defiance in some way. So what does this mean? What is the solution here, or the energy coming? Page of Cups. So if that happens, some of you, it could be just simply that you have to look inward and understand if you feel a hesitation or conflict energy. So see if you can look inward and maybe let go of that blockage. Now, if it's not you, it could be your situation. If something is pushing back, this could be a matter of the situational alignment. So something may not be entirely ready to show itself, to move forward, to resolve, but that's actually kind of what we're seeing it looping around, is that I think that it will, and it's all about timing. So what do we need to know? Okay, so some of you, it was that either you were waiting for clarity or an answer or just some sense of direction. That should come through in August, but if for some reason it doesn't, it could be in the very beginning of September, because this Ace of Swords is going to change everything. It is going to create this clear line of energy ahead where you can feel free to proceed. So that is good to know. So if at the end of August-ish, you're seeing that something is a bit cluttered, confusing, and you're like, wait, is it going back and forth? Again, that's just a matter of having the clarity to move ahead. But the nice thing, though, is that you will feel the clarity come through before the confusion happens. So either way, you're going to understand on a deeper level where you must go. Ace of Wands is now hinting, again, a little bit more so into the future of the month after, perhaps with September, that this is a heightened state of either passion or excitement or positive energy. And this, I feel, is the path that's going to be permanent for you. So wherever you are heading, wherever you, I don't know if you wish to go there already, because some of you may not have the answer just yet, but this will be revealed to you, and this is going to be where you're going to redirect yourself and you're going to stick to it. So this means that there's going to be a lot of happiness and, again, excitement and passion associated with this. So whether it's like a new job situation, a new career situation, or even something with your financial way of life that creates ease for you, that is going to be coming through. Again, if not the end of August, then beginning of September. Do we have any final messages of advice for them this month of August 2025? Thank you, group 4. I would say the final advice is to be very open and optimistic for the future in general, because 10 of Cups does confirm that there's a really bright future ahead, but the Two of Wands does show that you have to kind of open up your horizons and really bring in that energy. Chariot at the bottom, I do feel they are encouraging you to move forward soon. you won't even really need the encouragement because you're going to feel the excitement to do so. So yeah, stay open to different possibilities. They're asking you to not limit yourself because there's a lot of things that you may encounter that you didn't even expect at all. So they're asking you to be, open to all of the infinite possibilities that the universe can have for you. Final card is the Eight of Cups. I saw that a bunch of times with the other groups. I do think collectively we're ready to move on from so much that doesn't serve us and just, be ready to shed all of that. So group 4, I hope I was making sense because honestly, I really lost myself the entire video. I was just so distracted by everything. So you can let me know. I hope that it made sense. I hope that it was helpful. If you'd like a personal reading instead, the link is below. And this week is the final week to sign up for my online Tarot 101 course. If you want to learn tarot cards from me, the link is below as well. Thank you guys so much. As always, sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.